Morning guys, I'm Dave Canterbury with Self Reliance Outfitters and the Pathfinder School. Also the global ambassador for Mork and Eve. And what I'd like to do today is kind of compare the old Light My Fire knife to the new Mork and Eve Companion Spark. Now, both of these knives were made and created by Mork and Eve. The Light My Fire knife was a collaboration between Light My Fire of Sweden and Mork and Eve, and that collaboration no longer exists. So Mork and Eve took that opportunity to make improvements to the knife to make what they feel is a more robust and usable knife for the outdoor market, because this knife was designed for the outdoor market as a backpacking style knife, something that a backpacker could carry, wouldn't be too heavy, wouldn't be too cumbersome to use, but would get all the tasks done it needed to, from initially starting a fire as an ignition source, making small feather sticks, fine shavings, and those type things, to processing game, gutting fish, also processing food around camp and things of that nature, just general backpacking and camping type chores. So let's compare these two side by side and talk about the similarities and talk about the differences. Stay with me. Okay, so the sheaths are made out of the same material, the same General Mora companion style sheath, same material on the Light My Fire. It's a polymer plastic material, very robust, has a drain hole on the bottom so that water doesn't stay inside, although both the blades on these are stainless steel. So the sheaths are very similar, just one is designed for the companion, one is a little bit smaller. And you can tell by looking at them side by side that one is quite a bit smaller than the other as far as overall length, probably a ½ inch. And that's the difference in size of these two knives. Now, let's talk about the ferrocerium rod. The ferrocerium rods are virtually the same in both of these knives, and they are also interchangeable between the two knives. And again, Mork and Eve has every intention of making a replacement available, or an aftermarket replacement available, but in the beginning it will only come in black. So if you have a replacement that you've already purchased for your Light My Fire, it will fit the Companion Spark. Okay, so let's talk about the blade differences really quick on these two knives. The tang depth on these knives is virtually identical. You have a tang that comes back about 3/4 of the way into the handle on both of these blades. If you compare them and line them up side by side, there's just a little bit of difference in the length of the Companion versus the 510, which is normal for those two blades anyway. The handles are very close. The Companion is a little bit longer. As far as the blade thickness and width goes, you have the difference between a 510 blade and a Companion blade. The 510 blade is 2.0 millimeters thick. The Companion blade is 2.5 millimeters thick. So you have a more heavy or a more robust blade in the Companion than you have in the 510. And if you look at these knives in their origin, the 510 blade was meant for a crafting or craft line style knife. These are outdoor knives. The Companion blade was created as an outdoor knife. And I think that when Mork and Eve decided to improve on this knife and create the Companion Spark, they bore that in mind when they changed that blade to a Companion style blade. So that's the main difference in the blades. The blade width, you have a little more width obviously with the Companion than you do with the 510. All in all, the knives perform equally well at starting fires when striking a ferrocerium rod. They both throw great sparks off the provided ferrocerium rod. They'll both start fires very, very easily. However, the Light My Fire knife from Mork and Eve will no longer be available, and they'll be changing over to the Companion Spark. In my opinion, this was a good update and a smart decision on the part of Mork and Eve, not only to get away from something that was similar to what Light My Fire may come out with as a fire knife, but also to improve on design intent of a knife for the outdoors, going to a Companion style blade and Companion style handle versus, like I said before, the 510 style blade, which is a Craftline series blade and profile. So All right, so I wanted to go over the differences in these two knives with you today because I get a lot of questions on them. And the new Companion Spark is going to be shipping in the U.S. within the next week. We actually have a shipment coming to Self-Reliance Outfitters probably midweek next week, and we'll have them live on our website at that time. So I wanted to get this review out there kind of ahead of things so that people know the difference. The price point is virtually the same. The Light My Fire knife was always at $29.95 MSRP. Obviously, prices vary depending on where you buy them. The MSRP on the new Companion Spark is the same at $29.95, if I remember correctly. Well, guys, I appreciate you joining me out here today for this quick head-to-head comparison of the Light My Fire knife and the new Companion Spark, both by Mark and Eve. Do me a favor, don't forget to hit the notification bell. Don't forget to subscribe. If you feel inclined, visit my Amazon store, link at the bottom of the video, or my website at selfrelianceoutfitters.com. Both of those things help to support my channel and support me and my family's living. I thank you for your views. I thank you for your support. I thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family, and for our business, for our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends. And I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. Thanks, guys.